Hey guys, and welcome to the Bayern View. We're back for another stream. It don't stop here on the Bayern View. Obviously, we watched Polinia today for Portugal. Obviously, Portugal got the win against Turkey. But yeah, we're not here to talk about that. But in general, we are back again with another live. Thank you so much for 3.4k subs. We're pushing closer and closer to that 4K. So yeah, big up to everyone. If you haven't already, please do smash the thumbs up, comment, subscribe, check out the socials above. And yeah, obviously YouTube's is in here. So welcome to the channel as always, my man.
Good to be here as always.
Yeah.
Especially with news.
Yeah, obviously we're talking about Simmons. So it's going to be interesting to get your view on it. We'll get a couple people more in. It's only been a live for like 1 minute, so people would have just got the notifications and so on. So yeah, we're going to do around 30-minute show. I was about to send the link to Ahmad, but he is currently at or will be at the UFC event that they've just had over there in Saudi. So big up to him. Yeah, right. Let's get into it. I'm rambling. So right, first things first. Big up to everybody in the chat as always. Let's share the screen. What the hell is my? Please don't go on about more things. Okay, let's just talk about Germany. I was waiting for it to say, oh, such and such and such and such. I was like, what? Right. Let's don't worry about that. Let me go with this one. I will get rid of that away from your face because there's no point having you on if you can't see your face. Right. This one's better. Okay, cool. So as you can see here, my people, we'll actually go with this one and we'll go full screen on this. So basically what this is saying is that Xavi Simons has formally informed PSG about his plans to leave the club this summer. It will be on loan, and the move, it seemed to be a whole season loan again, not a short loan, a whole season loan. And then what it goes on to say is that Bayern and RB Leipzig are both pushing to sign the Dutchman. The decision will come after the Euros. Obviously, he's playing for his national team of Netherlands, doing really well as well. And obviously, there was a bit of news basically coming out saying about him and it's a bit to do with like 100 million. I'll pull that up in a minute. What do you think of this particular news that's on the screen right now, man?
First things first, this is far from being done.
Yes.
Because, well, we still have to wait for the Euros to finish, or at least Netherlands to win it or get knocked out.
Yeah.
Second is he does have history with RB Leipzig since he was playing there last season, but his formally informing PSG is a very good sign. That's one. And the second good sign is Max Aberry, whatever his name is. That's the second good sign for us. I don't know how close they are. I do know that they do have history way back, even before he signed with PSG. I'm not quite sure. But those are really good signs. The player, oh my gosh. I mean, in a span of how many days, we signed Olise, and then we're about to sign this Xavi Simons, this guy. I mean, what is going on in our club? I mean, I mean this in a good way.
Yeah.
Right?
No.
And we signed Ito, and we're moving really fast this window, considering the Euros. I mean, you know what? I like it. I mean, it is clear to see that company is being backed.
Yep.
I don't know if this is a good thing. I bet this is a bad thing for us. I know this is a good thing for you that Tuchel hasn't been back this way for during his stint with us. Imagine if he was back like this when Tuchel was here. I bet you'd
Yeah.
be so pissed.
No, I get you. I know where you're coming from.
Yeah.
But yeah, Xavi Simons basically, from what's coming out from Fabrizio, saying he's informed PSG about his plan to leave, and he is going to leave. So it will again be a loan move. I know I've said to a couple of people, I even think YouTube was one of them that asked a while ago, basically talking about why will it be a loan and not a buy or whatever, and that obviously is because PSV have something in the contract. Where they get 20%, I believe, of the price of whatever he sold for, and I believe it runs out after this loan coming up. So that's why, basically, that's why. Simple. Then we will go over to this particular news. So as you can see here, why is that so zoomed out? Let's zoom this in. So then it goes on to say Xavi Simons and his management have spent has sent positive signals to Bayern. That's why the club is optimistic. Xavi is very open to a move to Bayern, provided everything falls into place. Maxwell has a great relationship with the player, his family, and management. Bayern are focused on a loan move with an obligation to buy, which is massive. That is absolutely massive, and I'm not even gonna lie.
Just reading
I'm
that.
not I'm not even gonna lie. I'll get your comments on it in a second, my man. But like straight away, like this is massive, especially if we can get him. Like that, I don't think Leipzig can match us. Yes, they've got Red Bull and all of this and all of that, but come on, man. Like, especially if the next piece of news is real. The fact that it's just mad. It's bonkers. Yeah. What's your opinion, man? I can see obviously the people can't see you at the moment, but I can see that you're happy with this particular piece of news.
Are you getting giddy?
Oh, without a doubt. Look, I'll take it off the screen, man. I'm happy. I'm happy, bro. I'll let you see my face. Not that's the best thing to look at, but yeah, no, man. I'm with you. It's this guy is wonderful. He's absolutely wonderful. And on the stream last night, obviously you come on. But on the stream last night, we were basically saying, could you imagine a front three? Obviously, not with Kane, obviously him being the top guy, but the three behind him being Jamal Musiala, Xavi Simons, and Olise. Like that is disgusting. That is like all of them super duper young, super duper talented, and then just to top that off, if we obviously are to get this guy, obviously it's not confirmed or anything, but if we are to get this guy, those three, and then in front of them you have the best striker in the world. Like there's levels to this game, and Bayern are leveling up. Let's put it that way. That's crazy. So yeah, yeah, the fact that it's coming from Paletti goal is what excites me the most. Obviously, the words that are put in this particular piece is the things that obviously making us giddy, making us happy, and so on. Things still need to happen, but YouTube did speak about it just a second ago with the other piece. Max Ubbel has a great relationship with the player, his family, and management, which is ginormous gain for Bayern Munich. You might ask why. This guy was the guy that signed him for Leipzig originally from PSG on loan. And then obviously he's left RB Leipzig now, and now he is with FC Bayern Munich. So yeah, like this is the guy that brought him in originally. So that's obviously why why he's even being put in this, like his name and so on is being put in there. Bayern Munich are focused on a loan move with an obligation to buy. That is huge. Why that is huge, if we go on to the next piece of news, which we're obviously just scrambling all together, is this piece of news here, where it says it's let me grab this. Obviously, I have no clue who this guy is. Let me go like this. 55k followers. Let me know. Like he's followed by Fabrizio Romano and some others. So I don't know who this person is whatsoever. No hate or anything. But let's just read what it says. So it says it's absolutely unthinkable that PSG will negotiate for Xavi Simons, a for a fee as low as 60 to 70 million. Bayern are aware that the player's price is around 100 million euros, especially if he performs at the Euros. The talks are based around the fee. Now, obviously, that goes around with what Pelé Goal said, which was obviously this, in the fact that we've, the obligation to buy. The main word being obligation, of course, because that means, if you don't understand, we have to buy it. That is the obligation. You can have, you could just get a straight up loan for like half a season. You can get a straight up loan for a full season, and then you can get an option to buy, which is what we had with Cancelo. And obviously we didn't choose to buy him. Then he went back to City, then went to Barcelona on loan. The obligation means we have to buy him. There's no if, buts, or maybes about it. The only thing that I don't like with this, and I'll get YouTube's comments on this in 1 second, is the fact of it being the 100 million mark, because it's always been said that I'm losing my train of thought. Wirtz is a 2025 signing. So if it's a 2020 summer of 2025, that means we will be spending 100 million on this lad if we somehow get the deal and it's an obligation and so on. That's probably stopping us getting Wirtz, unless there is a madness and we sell someone and then we can get Wirtz in as well. But I don't expect Bayern Munich to spend 250 million on 2 players. I just don't see it, because Wirtz is being valued around 150 million euros. I think whoever gets him, if it's Real, City, whoever, will get him less. But yeah, what do you think personally? Obviously, with the obligation to buy, mate, and also this news of basically saying that you're not going to get him for a cheap price.
Okay, so obligation to buy is okay. I'd rather have the option to buy.
Yes.
But obligation to buy, it's not really that bad as no clause at all, right?
Yep.
So, but 100M, I think is too much.
Yeah, I agree.
I think if they would be negotiating for those clauses,
Mm-hmm.
I think it would be, or it has to be like under 80 or something like that, at least 80. I mean, but I do have a question for you. So, who you rather have, Xavi Simons or Wirtz? Because I do think they play in the same position.
Yeah, they can both play on the right, and they can both play at the 10. It's a hard one. I think I would personally go with Wirtz, but that is generally, and I'm going to be extreme here to everyone watching this live and to everyone watching this as a video. I would only pick Wirtz if you had a gun to my head. Like, it's not easy to go and pick Wirtz. Not at all. Both of these lads are absolutely amazing at what they do. They're super young. They're going to have absolutely crazy careers. And it's a good problem to have. We're not talking about Marouane Fellaini. We're not talking about Juan Mata and all of these crap players. We're talking about 2 of the best youngsters in the world, and Bayern Munich are linked with both of them. So it's obviously it's a good thing. But yeah, if you generally made me, forced me to pick, I would go with Florian Wirtz personally. But look how many seasons Wirtz has had. This guy only come in last season. You know what I mean? So if he's doing that in his first season, what's he gonna do? Second and so on. If he, and we've got better players. That's got to be said. We have way better players than Leipzig. They've got good players, but go ahead.
I know it's a hard question, the one that I asked, but you know what? I would be honestly just slightly be leaning towards Xavi Simons,
Okay.
just because Wirtz has a bad injury history.
True. Yep. Fair point. And if there was an obligation as well, obviously that means we have to buy him. So there would be no sniffing around for Real Madrid, Man City, PSG, Man United, so on. Where Wirtz, there is no release clause or anything. It literally will be the highest bidder gets the player.
What didn't Xavi Simons like grow up in the Barcelona academy?
Yes.
So
Yes,
he's
he
not
did.
going to Real Madrid, bro.
No, but just in general, like if obviously we get the loan to buy or obligation to buy or whatever, there is no one that can touch us. You know what I mean? Like that's the whole point of the having that in the deal. Obviously, this isn't going to happen anytime soon, which you and me mentioned that, of course. One thing I do want to go on now is SofaScore. Obviously, this is not sponsored whatsoever. It's not. If they want to sponsor me, go ahead. They probably don't even know who I am. But yeah, Xavi Simons, as you can see here, I've changed it.
Know you for now.
Yeah. I've changed it obviously to the Bundesliga because that's what we care about. We can talk about the Euros if you want, but at this moment in time, I don't really care about that personally. So as you can see, his average score, Sofa score rating is a 7.7, which I definitely agree with. I don't really necessarily care on this particular part of it, if I'm honest. As you can see, he's 21, right-footed. He's from Netherlands. Shirt number 20, if you care about that. Position midfield. It says that he's valued around 87 million euros. Now, it does say you can click one of them. So I don't think it's guaranteed that he's obviously 87 million, obviously. It says that his strengths are long passing, playmaking, high pressing. Weaknesses is no outstanding weaknesses. He can play, for some reason on here, they've got him saying that he can play midfield, central, attacking mid, left wing. I don't know why right wing's not there. I've seen him play the right wing. I'm a bit confused, personally, on that particular thing. Now, if we just look at the heat map, the guy is everywhere, and in a good way. Not in a bad way, of course. He's absolutely everywhere on the pitch. Obviously, he's pushing more to the left here. But if we get him, I think he'll play 10 anyway, especially now that we've obviously signed Olise. So, yeah, that's obviously an interesting thought, if you want to say. As you can see here, matches-wise, total played 32, started 32, which is good. Minutes per game of 84. So that's when obviously he was getting hooked off. Team of the week 10. He had 8 goals, expected goals of 8.26. Again, if you care about that. Scoring frequency of 334 minutes. Goals per game of 0.3. Shots per game of 2.5. Shots on target per game of 1. Big chances missed 5. Goal conversions of 10. Free kicks. He had a couple free kicks. Again, it really depends if you care about this stuff. Penalties 1, 2. He can score with both and his head, as you can see, but he obviously is scoring them with his right foot more, or mainly. Assists 11. Big chances created 14. Expected assists 9. And touches 62.6. Again, do you care about this stuff? That's obviously up to the person. And then there are some stuff here of him getting an assist in the Leipzig Wolfsburg game, getting an assist in the Dortmund game where they won 4-1. He had an 8 in that game as well of score rating. He did score a penalty. I'm guessing that's what that is. He obviously did get a red card, which obviously isn't the best thing, but whatever, it is what it is. Let me scroll down a little bit more. Then he got 8 appearances in the Champions League. DFB Pokal, he had 2 appearances. German Super Cup, 1 appearance. And then obviously it's just telling you where obviously he was, PSG, and then he went to PSV, back to PSG, and then obviously straight out on loan. Yeah, I think that's mainly anything. Is there anything you wanted to add on what I've talked about on this particular page?
I do want to highlight like comparisons with Xavi Simons and Wirtz when it comes to press resistance, because that's what we need in the middle.
Yeah. Without a doubt. I'll get you. Let's we can actually go, and I need to zoom this out a minute. We can actually compare the pair of them. So no, I don't want. Why does it go euro every time? Stupid thing.
Even Xavi Simons is on Euro. Oh, there you go.
There we go. So obviously, what Xavi Simons and Florian Wirtz, both 21 years old, market value obviously different teams, so on and so forth. Average sofa score rating, which is obviously this particular page that we're talking about, basically the same. There's barely anything in it. There's the heat maps again. If you care about it, Xavi Simons is more pushing towards the left, and Florian Wirtz is pushing basically all over. Again, if you care about that, obviously there is tracking back from both of them, which is good. Not that we necessarily need it, but in general, matches can't. That says matches. Minutes I can't read. Minutes 84 to 74. Appearances 32 to 32. They both played. 8 goals to 11. Expected goals of 9 to, yeah, again, if you care about that sort of stuff. Assists of 11 assists each. Big chance missed. Wirtz actually has more than Simons. Big chances created, he has more also. He had 14 to obviously Wirtz's 12. Again, we're comparing two absolute ballers, so it depends obviously if you care about this sort of stuff. Obviously Xavi Simons got red, Wirtz didn't, so on and so forth. Xavi Simons, I think I want to say, is more aggressive in the tackle because he's obviously getting a lot more yellow cards than Wirtz. But again, it depends if you actually care about that sort of stuff, because if you don't, then it's basically irrelevant. If we're being real. So yeah, we'll share this tab and we will go back to this screen while we can just talk. So yeah, what are you thinking from what's been said, bro? It's a lot to take in.
I never realized that they were so similar, like stat wise as well. It's a bit scary because their valuation is like miles apart. Right? Yeah. But maybe obviously I think you can give that to Wirtz because they won the Bundesliga.
Yes.
And Xavi Simons didn't. But here, so close. I mean, and
I get you.
Whew, I don't know. I'm still leaning more towards Xavi Simons though. He's an absolute baller when it comes to because I do think he's a bit more press resistant than Wirtz is. And he's feisty when he loses the ball. He's feisty getting the ball back.
Yeah.
Thus I think that's one of the reasons why he gets more fouls and yellow cards. Because he really does want the ball back if he loses it.
No, I'm with you. I'm with you without a doubt, man. Let's go from some of the comments. Have we signed Olise? Yes and no. We had the here we go. We got that today. It's basically done. Of course, things can happen. They don't normally happen. It would be some randy thing for it to happen. It's a release clause, so there is no if buts and maybes about negotiating with Palace, and also he isn't at the Euros for France. I know that he is trying his best to go to the Olympics with Thierry Henry. It depends if they let him go, just because they didn't let Matthijs go. Yeah, so that's the interesting thing. They might stop him from going. We'll have to wait and see on that one, and we'll get that news soon. But yeah, it's basically done, mate. We just obviously need the sign of the contract, which obviously there'll be a picture of, and then him with company, him speaking, holding the Bayern shirt, so on and so forth. It's very interesting to see what's going to happen, though, and I feel bad for fans if they do buy his shirt number, because he wears the number 7, where obviously Serge Gnabry at this moment in time is still our number 7. If we get rid of him, then maybe we give this shirt to him. I'm not sure. But then again, I don't mean to be disrespectful, but he is playing for Crystal Palace or was, and being their 7, and then getting a number at Bayern, there's levels to this game. You know what I mean? So, Liam, this is massive news. Without a doubt, it is, man. Without a doubt. Yeah. Great job. Keep it up, guys. Thank you very much, Maxi. 100 million valuation is nonsense. Yeah, I agree. Without a doubt. And obviously, the news that we put out on this particular piece, or we've read, if you want to say, in this particular video stream, there is no clarification of it right now. It's just bits of news that you can take from it. We can take that there's an obligation to buy. Does it mean that we're going to have to buy him? No, not really. You know what I mean? Not really. There might be an option. This is the whole point of negotiating with PSG. And at the end of the day, maybe whoever gets him, if it's Leipzig again or it's us, maybe PSG are like, no, he doesn't want to play for us now, but we want him next season. He is still PSG's player, so obviously that needs to be negotiated with. But it's from what's being said from I don't know who the other guy was that was talking about the 60 to 70 million not happening, 100 million would be the evaluation. I don't know who that is. Where obviously Fabrizio Romano is very respected, and so is Political. So I'm taking what they're saying more literal than the other guy's more information, if that makes sense. I can see Coman going back to in the PSG deal. There is a little bit of news on Coman, unfortunately. And I say unfortunately because it come out saying Kingsley Coman is carrying a calf problem and didn't take part in France's practice match with the youth team today. Coman will have a test in the training on Sunday, 2 days before the third group game against Poland. Again, it just gets worse and worse for us Bayern fans, hearing about the player basically being at the Euros with an injury. You know what I mean? Like, what else is there to be said, to be honest? Are we getting him or loan or buying him? So to Croc, basically, mate, it's coming out basically just saying that we're looking at him. There might be an obligation or a loan to buy, but it is from what's being said from the people out there between us and Leipzig. He doesn't want to play for PSG. If you've seen the thumbnail, basically just saying that he's told them that he's going, or that he's going to go. That's obviously the main piece that you need to listen to or read or whatever you want to say. Keep Upamecano. Your picture is very random. It's all banned. Maybe we keep Upamecano. I know that company likes him. So I don't think we will keep him, but we'll see. That is a baller too, bro, without a doubt, Philip. Wirtz is a bit better. Okay. I respect your opinion, without a doubt. Upamecano is only good when he plays with France, exactly like Pogba, I agree. How much do you think Wirtz would cost in 2025? I don't know, man, because the only problem with that is he's obviously going to play again, and if he does even better, then it obviously rises. So that's the problem. For Bayern Munich, this is going to sound so stupid, but for Bayern Munich's chance of getting him, I hope he has a foul season next season, and
or even worse, gets injured.
Yeah, but obviously the injury is the bad thing, isn't it? To be straight up. But yeah, man, it's exciting news with the guy. Which way is it? Next to me here. Let's. Do you want me to move you a little bit closer?
Come to us, caressing him. Come to Bayern. Come.
There you
go. Yes. There you go.
But yeah, man, it's definitely an interesting time to be a Bayern fan. When everyone was shitting on us with Tuchel and you lost the league, and all of this shit, and now it seems like we're going for everyone. Chelsea fans are crying into their pillow. United fans are crying into their pillow. We've just taken their player. To be fair, Chelsea fans are more triggered than anything because they've been talking to this lad or his agent or whatever you want to say for the last 4 weeks. Bayern Munich come in like the big boys and snap that deal up in seconds. So, yeah, there's not really much else.
They're saying, "Oh, at least they're not signing for another Prem team." Like,
it's like, yeah, mate, all right, then, mate, shut up, you clown. And you know full well that if he flops, which I don't think he's going to, but if he flops, it's gonna be like, oh, so what? So good that you got him.
Oh, we dodged the bullet. We dodged the bullet.
Yeah. Well, that, bro.
But I have one thing to say about that. If that happens, we dodged a bullet. Not signing Hudson-Odoi.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. And Caliber.
We can always have that.
Oh, without a doubt. But yeah, people. We'll stay for a couple more minutes. Everyone in the live chat, put your comments in, and then we'll end this one and we'll go make some other content for you guys that will come out in videos. So I literally have tabs upon tabs upon tabs of content that needs to be made. It's mad. Olise will flop. He came from Crystal Palace, for fuck's sake. Not necessarily. If we're going off of a player coming off a shit club, then I'm sorry, but Cristiano Ronaldo was at Sporting, and then he become one of the greatest players. So I know where you're coming, but I don't see.
Anything can happen. It's football.
Yeah, of course. Okay, he could get homesick. You know what I mean? He might love it in London. You know what I mean? And I don't think for 1 second that if Chelsea didn't match us with wages or Champions League or whatever, he probably would have stayed in London. There's no if, buts, maybes about it. But he didn't. They don't have Champions League because they're shit. We do. We paid the money. We get him. Simple as that. This game is a cutthroat game. It's a cutthroat game. You know what I mean? Without a doubt.
It's a dog-eat-dog world.
Without a doubt. And I can moan about Real Madrid all I want. Alphonso Davies, Mbappe, this. It is a cutthroat game. It just is. What's your biggest concern with the Olise signing? I don't think I have a concern. When we were talking and on the stream, and obviously, all of the news bounced out in the France and Netherlands game. That's when it come out. I was just a bit shocked, to be honest, because I generally thought, obviously we made the video, I made the video about him and so on, but I generally thought it was like our name's being thrown in the hat, and that's pretty much that. It's not going to happen. And I knew that Chelsea were very much in for him more than anything else. And, even I asked Taylor, I said, is there any chance, do you think, of Bayern getting him? He's like, no. He said, United really want him, but it looks like it will be Chelsea. Again, we were obviously streaming out of nowhere, bosh. So I don't think there's a biggest concern, to be honest with you. If I'm being perfectly honest, I don't think there's a big concern. Not for me anyway. Heck yeah, suck it up, Chelsea. The man chose Champions League pedigree over microwave flops. You're funny, man. Yeah, I can't disagree. To be honest with you, yeah, there's not really much else I can say. To be fair, let's go over here a minute. So,
Let me answer the question. What was that? Biggest concerns with the Olise signing is how are we going to deal with Sané on the right?
Yeah,
that's one of my concerns. My second big concern is his wages.
Of course. I don't know, man. Don't worry about it. I don't really understand why he's on such money, but at the end of the day, us fans can't really do much about it. It's the same with Leroy Sané being on the money he's on, Alphonso Davies being on the money that he wants. It's I just hope it doesn't end like United with them giving big money and also them spending big money. That's the only problem. Why does he not get into the French squad then? Well, straight up Waspy, mate. I can't obviously answer that question. I'm not just Chomps or however the hell you say that guy's name, but I can say to you right now that he should be in there. Kingsley Coman got in there. what the hell did Kingsley Coman do other than sit on the injury bench for Bayern Munich? I should know. YouTube should know. We are Bayern fans. Barcola is obviously an up-and-coming 21-year-old that plays for PSG, but what has he done? Barely anything. Kolo Muani is speed and nothing else. He is crap. Absolutely diabolical. Why PSG signed him for the money they did, I don't know. He was in our league, the Bundesliga, and he was shit. Like, come on now. So I can't tell you why he didn't get in there. I don't know. Maybe the French manager doesn't like him. I don't know.
One, because Barcola is in PSG, which is a French team. Well, Dembele is too in the French team.
It's caught you off guard.
Is also in the French team. In PSG, they're both in PSG. Well, arguably, Dembele has a better record with
Yeah.
And Barcola, I don't know, he's a youngster. Didn't do crap. Coman, well, he has history with being in the French squad, so I think that puts a little bit of leverage over Olise. That's my thoughts.
Yeah. What about that? I won't rest because he deserves it, and Kolo Muani was awesome in the Bundesliga. Good, good enough to get the PSG to pay 95 million. I understand where you're coming from, Kenny. He did okay in the Bundesliga, but he was linked to us, remember, and he was also linked to be our striker. That would have gone very bad if he would have gone with that option, because he's done absolutely next to nothing for PSG. To be straight up, and you don't have to apologize, mate. The whole point we have a channel, the whole point YouTube's is here, and it's not just me talking, is to give different views and different opinions, so don't apologize. Generally it's fine, but you do say or you have said, I'm sorry to be negative, but I just think Olise could easily flop. I could be wrong, but it seems to be he seems to be very overrated without doing anything in a top club. And to be fair,
anything can happen.
Yeah, anything can happen, and you're not wrong. He played for Crystal Palace in the Premier League, and I think that's why Bayern Munich, Chelsea, United were looking at him, in the fact that he's done so well at a smaller club with him respect, and obviously that's what normally happens. But yeah, you're 100% right. You're 110% right. You are. So, but yeah, big up to everyone. He has been horrible for France, but Barcola is awesome. Same tier talent as Olise. Yeah. But just I was obviously just answering Wasby's comment of why he's not there. But yeah, big up to everyone. Smash the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, all that good stuff. We'll end that there. Nice stream. Again, thank you to YouTube for being in here. And yeah, big up to everyone in the comments and everything. He's trying to get the thing to go off. There we go. And yeah, thank you to everyone that is watching. Smash the thumbs up if you haven't already. Hit the subscribe button. We've got fireworks in the background. No problem, man. No problem. We'll be here live again tomorrow, and we just keep pushing and pushing with the content. And hopefully, the guy next to me, this side, will be a Bayern Munich player soon. Till then, mia san mia. Peace out, people.